air in apartment 3B was thick, not just with the stale scent of cigarettes and decay, but with something else, something heavy and watchful. I'd been sent to deliver a final notice, a polite formality before the eviction process began. The building itself, a crumbling relic on the edge of town, had a reputation for being difficult. And 3B was its crown jewel of unpleasantness. My knock was met with a prolonged silence, broken only by a low, guttural murmur from within. Then, the door creaked open a sliver, just enough to reveal a sliver of a face. Gaunt, with eyes that seemed too large for their sockets, burning with an unnatural intensity. He wore a stained t-shirt, the fabric clinging to him like a second skin. "What do you want?" he rasped, his voice a dry rustle of leaves. I held up the envelope, trying to keep my voice steady. "Just a notice from management regarding the outstanding rent." He didn't take it. Instead, his eyes flickered past me, towards the darkened hallway behind him. A faint, rhythmic scraping sound started, like fingernails dragging across concrete. My stomach clenched. "He wants to see you," the man at the door said, his gaze now fixed on my face, but with a chilling detachment, as if he were merely a mouthpiece. I asked, my hand inching towards the pepper spray on my belt. "The one who watches," he whispered, and then the door swung open wider, revealing not a hallway, but a vast, cavernous space that shouldn't exist within the confines of an apartment building. Shadows writhed in the corners, coalescing into indistinct shapes that shifted and pulsed. The air grew colder, a biting chill that seeped into my bones. From the depths of this impossible space, a presence emerged. It was not a man, not entirely. A tall, skeletal figure, draped in tattered, decaying robes, its face obscured by a hood woven from shadow. Where its eyes should have been, twin points of malevolent crimson light glowed. It exuded an aura of ancient hunger, a palpable sense of despair. The man in the doorway visibly wilted, his eyes rolling back in his head as he uttered a strangled gasp. The scraping sound intensified, and I realized it wasn't fingernails, but something more akin to brittle bone against stone. The figure glided closer, its movements unnervingly fluid, silent. The crimson lights fixed on me, and I felt a searing pressure behind my own eyes, as if something was trying to pry its way into my thoughts. The rent notice slipped from my numb fingers, fluttering to the floor between us. The stench of decay intensified, a putrid perfume of death and despair. I could feel my own life force being siphoned away, a slow, agonizing drain. My vision swam, the impossibly large space seeming to contract, the shadows pressing in. We require a sacrifice," a voice echoed, not from the figure's hooded head, but from all around me, from the very walls of this unholy place. It was a chorus of suffering, a symphony of the damned. My legs gave out. I crumpled to the floor, the cold seeping through my pants. The last thing I saw before darkness claimed me was the skeletal hand reaching out, not to touch, but to take asterisk. The rent money was the least of their concerns. They wanted something far, far more valuable.